How's it going, everybody? It's the Black Heart Guru back with another video, and we finna talk about the LS. So you have really two generations of the LS engine, not 3 or 4 or 5. You have two. Gen 3 is basically your normal, well, 6-bolt main, sturdy ass block that you'll find in like 2000 to 2006 Chevy Tahoes, Silverados, GMC Sierras, and things like that. After Gen 3, you get Gen 4, and these are going to come with VVT, AFM, and DOD. If you don't know what that is, it's basically displacement on demand, air fuel management, and variable valve timing. So what people typically like to do is take a Gen 3 block, put some ARP head and main studs in it, get a better oil pump from milling, and then they put Gen 4 rods and pistons in the Gen 3s. Run it on E85, gap the piston rings, add about 15 pounds of boost, and you have a party machine. Let's just say you want more power and you don't want to deal with the truck engines. You don't need a 5.3, you don't need a 4.8, you don't need a 6.0 truck engine. Go find you one of these 6.2s. The easiest one to get is going to be the L92 from like the Escalades and the the higher trim of GMC Sierra trucks, the Denali's and shit. Bigger cams, some better valve springs, hardened push rods, milled heads, and you'll see close to 550 horsepower naturally aspirated with the L92. I know what you're saying, but Guru, isn't there a Gen 5 5.3? Yes, that's right, but those are LT based. Those are not LS's. That's like a video for another time. The LS engine has been a dominant candidate for swaps all over the world because, for one, it don't matter what LS you get, they damn near the same size. They're simple. You add a cam, you add valve springs, you add better airflow, and you're making more power. It's just simple. The push rod technology, although archaic, it gets the job done. And most of all, they're affordable. Hell no, I'm telling you, you could throw the rods out this motherfucker. I'm talking about throw more rod than an elderly lesbian after a long day of work. And you can go to the junkyard, get another one for about $500 or less than that on Facebook Marketplace. You blow up a fully built Coyote, you gonna think about it for a second. Your ass gonna sound like, you lose a race because you blew up a Coyote, your ass gonna sound like Lenny Williams. I don't know what happened, I gave it 20 pounds of boost and I just couldn't seem to get it to go. I pulled into a yard and she was cheating on me with a guy with a big turbo LS. This thing nastier than a 60-year-old stripper waking up with her titties tied in a knot. This thing is standing up like an elderly man off a gas station pill. Ford really did just create the most overpowered damn vehicle of its time. It's mainly because the F-body guys was putting their foot so far up these guys' ass that they can smell their toenails from a mile away. LS1 boys was putting their ass in the corner. Then SVT said, listen, this is what I'm going to do. Give me all them Cobras back. We're going to throw a supercharger on them and make more horsepower than we're actually going to tell you. But for the time being, it's going to make about 390 horsepower and 390 pound-feet of torque. He popped the hood, and he has a 2.9-liter Whipple. That supercharger big enough to give a Hurricane a blowjob. And it makes 777 horsepower to the wheel. This supercharger probably sounds crazy as hell. It probably sounds like if a fucking if a fucking wolf spider just randomly landed in your lap. Look at this man's tires. The main tires, those are Mickey Thompson Thunder thighs. Mickey Thompson Gracie Bonds. BBL Mickeys. Made it to that 4.64 valve. Is a TH400. It's also on 21 pounds of boost. This thing nastier than Miss Frizzle's search history. I'm telling you, this is the scariest car to pull up to any road. This thing's scarier than some. Hauls more ass than a crackhead in some new shoes.